Now we are discussing about differential amplifier by using two BJTs. We know a bipolar junction transistor. This is an NPN transistor because the emitter current direction is outwards. So this is two NPN transistors we have taken. We are trying to explain the working of a differential amplifier with the help of two BJTs. Here we have given the input signal to the transistor Q1 at the base. So assume the input is like this. This is the input. Now we have the VCC connected to the collector, and similarly we have connected this time the negative supply minus VEE to the emitter. So this transistor works as a common emitter amplifier if we are taking the output at the collector. This transistor is working as a common collector amplifier if you are taking the output at the emitter. Because for the common collector amplifier and for the common emitter amplifier, the input we give at the base terminal. For the common collector amplifier, we will take the output at the emitter terminal, and for the common emitter amplifier, we will take the output at the collector terminal. So this input we have given here. If we are taking this as a common emitter amplifier, then the amplified output at the collector will be like this. There is a change in the amplitude, but the time period will not change, and the signal will be inverted. We call that as a 180 degrees phase shift. So this is the output at the collector terminal of the Q1. For the V2 we have given 0 volts, means we have grounded the V2. And at the emitter, if we are assuming this as a common collector amplifier Q1, then at the emitter terminal, we will get the output, amplified output of the input in phase. At a collector we are getting out of phase signal, but at emitter we are getting in phase signal. Even though the Q2 transistor at the base we are giving the 0 volts, it is grounded technically. We are assuming that this transistor will not work, but suddenly there is a signal at the emitter of the Q1, and we have joined these two emitters intentionally. So this emitter signal will appear across the emitter of this transistor Q2. So the same signal will appear at the emitter of the transistor Q2, and now this transistor, surprisingly, by taking this as an input, it is working like an amplifier in common base configuration. Because the base is grounded and we are giving the input at the emitter terminal, the output will be collected at the collector terminal. Because this is a common base amplifier, because this transistor is connected in common base configuration, as the base is grounded, whatever the input we are giving at the emitter, with the same phase the output will be there, an amplified version at the collector. We have no doubt we have given supply only to the base of the transistor Q1. We have grounded the base of the transistor Q2, but technically transistor Q1 is also acting like an amplifier and Q2 is also acting like an amplifier. Q1 is acting like an amplifier both in common collector and common emitter configurations, because we have provided the DC supplies positive VCC and negative minus VE at a collector and emitter terminals. Even though we have grounded the base terminal of the transistor Q2, because of the amplified signal at the emitter of the transistor Q1, the same signal will appear at the emitter of the transistor Q2, this will amplify the signal, and that amplified version will appear at the collector of the transistor Q2. Now you see, this is the output at the collector of the transistor Q1, and this is the output at the collector of the transistor Q2. These both signals are in out of phase. So when we want the output, the differential output, so this minus this is, it will be added. Both these signals will be added. The addition of these two signals result will come when we are subtracting these two. So here we want an output V0 is equal to A1 V1 plus A2 V2. Means this A1 is the gain of this amplifier when V1 is given and V2 is 0. But now we have to find the gain of this amplifier when V2 is given and V1 is equal to 0. Then we will get the final output. Okay. Now we will change the roles. This time we are giving the supply to the Q2 at the base terminal. We are giving the supply here, and we are making the base terminal supply 0 at the base of the transistor Q1. So this transistor, because it is getting the supply from the base, this is acting both as a common emitter amplifier and a common collector amplifier, as we discussed already. So this signal amplified version will appear at the collector with an inverted phase. So this is the output at the collector terminal of the Q2. When we assume that this transistor is working like as a common emitter amplifier, base input, collector output. Now this transistor is working like a common collector amplifier, then this is the input. Output will appear across the emitter with the same phase but the amplified version. As the both emitters are connected, whatever the supply that is coming out from this transistor Q2, the same signal will appear across the emitter of the Q1. This is the same signal appearing across the emitter of the Q1, and this base of the Q1 is grounded, and again surprisingly this Q1 will amplify this signal in common base configuration. Because the base of this Q1 is grounded and we are giving the signal at the emitter, we are not intentionally giving, but because we connected the transistors in this configuration, whatever the emitter output is coming here, that will become the input for this emitter. Here the emitter output is becoming input for this emitter, and this input will be amplified, and that amplified version will be appearing across the collector of the transistor Q1. This will be in phase because this is common base configuration. So here this transistor is acting in common collector and emitter configurations, but this transistor Q1 is acting in common base configuration. So this is the output from the collector terminal of the transistor Q1, and this is the output from the collector terminal of the transistor Q2. When we want to subtract these two, they will be in phase. So the output will be in phase. Finally, V0 is equal to A1 V1 plus A2 V2. We got this A1, gain of the transistor amplifier, when V2 is 0, but we give V1. And similarly, A2 is the gain of this amplifier when V2 is given and V1 is equal to 0. So the amplifier, differential amplifier working we have considered. Initially we have made Q1 base signal 0, and then we have calculated, and then Q2 as 0, and then we have calculated. Finally we are getting the V0. This is how a differential amplifier working can be demonstrated by using the construction of the two BJTs, this will be useful as to understand the working of the operational amplifier.